Yo, what is up folks, MTG here, and today we're going to have a bit of fun. Possibility Storm, as part of the list, came to Arena alongside Murders at Karlov Manor. 3-red red enchantment has a pretty cool ability. Whenever a player casts a spell from their hand, that player exiles it, then exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a card that shares a card type with the original spell, and that player can cast that card without paying its mana cost. The rest go on the bottom, random order, okay cool. But the other card from Karlov Manor that came onto the platform is Branch of Vitu-Ghazi. Ignore the rest of the text. It's a land that has a colorless but has Disguise 3, so you can cast it face down as a creature, and it's like a 2-2 with Ward. But if you have Possibility Storm in play, you get to exile this and turn it into a creature from your deck. And so we have some interesting creatures in our decks. We've got 2 copies of Atraxa, we've got 1 copy of Emrakul. The combo here is we're going to use Possibility Storm to turn Branch of Vitu-Ghazi into one of these cards. The old classic thing, so you used to be able to do this with the old Morphland, is that you used to be able to get Emrakul the Promised End. Would be really, really nice. Unfortunately, not on Arena or in Explorer, Pioneer, whatever. But you've got some cool options. Atraxa is kind of the thing that people kind of choose to cheat to play the most here. Very, very sweet. Obviously, it's like huge lifelinker. It's like probably going to win you the game, but also lets you like find another Branch of Vitu-Ghazi, find some removal and counter spells. The caveat to kind of all of this is that once you have the Possibility Storm in play, it's kind of hard for either player to do what they actually want. It's like, they're going to cast a spell, and it's going to get exiled to Possibility Storm, and whatever. Whether that's like a counter spell, whether that's a removal for the Atraxa, which is a nice thing, so that's like inbuilt protection. And similarly on our side, we might like, our removal spells might be counter spells and that kind of thing. It's pretty crazy, it's pretty wild. The other thing is I wanted to play an Emrakul, for old time's sake, but then also, hey, getting to take your opponent's turn, especially when you're like, Possibility Storming their cards away, can be pretty cool, and it's also number protection as well. Flying Travel Protection, for instance, is like closing the game a little faster than Atraxas a lot of the time, but playing this mix, 1 Emrakul, 2 Atraxas, you can just play like a bunch of Atraxas here. The problem with the only downside to actual Atraxas is that we're not really, at least in this build, playing a way to actually cast it. Let's get into the rest of the deck. So we have our combo cards, Possibility Storm, we've got the Atraxas and an Emrakul, so 3 like primal targets. I'm gonna work from the top down here. We've got 2 Sharp Typhoons. Kind of does a little bit of everything. Obviously cycles early, you can make some blockers, you can make a huge creature later on, or if you don't hit Possibility Storm, you can just slam it and start making shocks. We then have the Memory Delugers, which help us find the combo. The one thing here is that this might be a better draw spell or card for us to dig with, just because if you do hit this with a Possibility of Storm in play, you're casting it. Well, it looks at top X, but X is the amount of mana spent to cast it. Which, if you hit our Possibility Storm, is 0, so you're looking at the top 0 cards. It is, however, outside of having the Possibility Storm in play, which hopefully at that point we've got like our combo done. Then 2 copies of Into the Fire. 2 things here. 1, we want ways to put cards like our like creatures on the bottom of our library if we draw them. And 2, it's a nice early sweeper. There's a lot of aggro decks. The other nice thing here, again, I talked about Possibility Storm in play, instance for instance. There's only 2 of these. These are only sorceries in the deck. If you cast one and you need to work the board, it's always going to hit itself, which is kind of handy. Going down a step further, Impulse helps us find our combo bits and pieces. We've got some Jawari Disruptions, which alongside Spitefield Hazard help us kind of keep our land count quite high. So ideally we're not having to play these Branch of Vitu-Ghazi as actual land drops, so we can save them till we have the Possibility Storm in play. We've got some Make Disappears and a Negate for some counter magic, helping you resolve Possibility Storm, and then also, interact with your opponent's side of the game, along as a bunch of removal spells. 1 Prior Prophecy, 4 Volcanic Spite, which is a bit better, and then 4 Fire Impulse, go with the 2 Spitefield Hazards I mentioned earlier to kind of like get you through your early game. 1 copy of Spell Pierce helps you force through the Possibility Storm with control decks, and if you were to play this deck in best of 3, you'd want a bit more of a counter spell package out the sideboard to help you get the Possibility Storm into play. Because hey, we're pretty good versus creature decks with our removal stuff, but versus control you might struggle a little bit just because they're just going to be like, alright, I just need to counter this. If they know what's going on, which they may well not, at least at the moment. So, we're going to take this into some best of 1 ranked and try win some games. Wish me luck. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It makes me want to keep posting videos, etc, etc. But yeah, ranked games, let's go. Alright, getting underway here. We have an Atraxa which we don't want, but we've got a Volcanic Spite to put it back. We have some lands. I think we still do keep this. Like, we're going to play out our early game, kind of like a control deck anyway. Which lead on a tap events. See what our opponent's up to. That's Triome of the Xander's variety. I feel fairly safe playing like this playing this tapped, but they're kind of low spell wise. May as well have this up for the next 2 turns. Xander's Lounge into Spire Bluff Canal. Like Grixis Control? It'd be something like that. Get one of these down tapped. Pass the turn back over. Like, control can be tough. Getting to resolve Possibility Storm is it could be a little tricky. See how things go. Upside is the Emrakul itself should be quite good if we can get to the point to cast it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play on time. This control is like ideally get to like 8 mana, somewhere around there. We see like 5+2 lets us have some interaction when we're casting the Possibility Storm. But hey, you're going draw go, draw go, draw go. They have 2 blue sources here. Like maybe we can. The best start bet from our side is to kind of get our Possibility Storm and then try and play for a counter battle on the end of their turn with like a Memory Deluge, something like that. Again, in Grixis they won't have a great answer actually for the Possibility Storm itself. See what they're up to. Alright. I wonder how settled in for a long one will actually be. Yeah, Emrakul's like mind control them, then they get a turn after you mind controlled, and then you get to kind of like, oh, okay, maybe we see something. I don't want to use either of these branches right now. We are in full Turtle City. Ashiok's problematic.
Welcome to my world.
We have to like dodge 2 hits here. Jeez. I don't know about that one, Chief. Alright, cool. Well, those are all cards that we didn't want. Once it goes down to 3, I'm going to try and dodge 1 more activation and then we'll try and kill it. Okay. I'm going to play this war out. Yeah. Possibility Storm isn't searching your library, just exiling cards off the top, so we're fine in that regard. I'll respond to this. Okay. Alright, top 4 cards. Okay, we're still good, we're still good. Are they playing Mill? Is that why we got main deck Ashiok? Or is this like a dead beast? We've seen 2 cards, one was a Fatal Push, one was an Ashiok. That's it. Yeah. See what's up. I think it's always like a weird one with Mill, because you also want to play things like Drown in the Lock. Which would be like a super powerful upside benefit. But let's see. I don't want to fight a battle over Memory Deluge. You get to flash this back on that turn. They're gonna let us have this, or they got something. Make this appear? Totally fine. The thing is that this is also a threat at the end of their turn. Alright. We are truly turtling. Yeah, let's see if we can get a tap out. Would you like to tap out for Ashiok? Well, that makes no sense. They could just pay the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They see Possibility Storms. They've got blue mana up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Pass this. Mana open. Alright, what we here? Actually, we know that at least one of these tracks on the bottom, right? That's not how one of those cards works, I think. I want branch. I'll take a spite. Actually, I kind of want this as a gate down. Is there a branch exiled? There is. These represent the only two creatures left in our deck. I guess this, yeah, I guess. This is actually super threatening. Okay, to try and protect the Traxxas. And there's like a non-zero chance they hit whatever's next off the Ashiok, right? Oh no, the shuffling in a random order. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're both on the bottom side of things. They actually have this possibility. So the other thing is that we have a possibility storm in play, which means that their removal spells don't do exactly what they want them to. So here, fatal push. Oh, that's not good enough. The go for the throw becomes the fatal push. It also means that our counter spells are a little bit weird. So they're going to go ahead and exile the Liliana. We got him. Alright, let's go for another game. Just bear in mind that this deck is not super competitive, though I think that's fairly it. It is super fun. There's some pretty wild stuff, but hey, them winning matches on the ladder and like plat does not mean it's gonna you'll be able to climb with it. But if you're looking for a good time, would recommend, even though like rare wild cards are gold dust. Looks like we're up against Angels here. Have early removal for the little things, but nothing to kill a Righteous Archangel or Bishop, which is the problem. We're not killing a Bishop here if they play one, so I'm just happy to impulse this down now. Get out of the way. Kind of got lucky they had a land here. Alright, we have branch, we have branch and possibility storm actually, so we're in a decent spot. We have made disappear too. Like, made disappearing a bishop onto there would have been fine too. I was just kind of not super confident I had one. Valkyrie, please no. Now we should draw some lands. I'm thinking about the merit of Volcanic Smite and the Delusion to the bottom to dig for one if we don't hit one here. We didn't hit one. I think this is pretty important, so we're going to go ahead and put that on the bottom. Alright, we did draw a land. I'm happy enough to slam Possibility Storm regardless anyway. I think the only answer they have in their deck for Possibility Storm itself, or well, only thing like that is Skywave Apparition, and they won't have... Skywave Apparition can't hit that. Okay, that's a bunch of life. It is also possible that the things that we have that win other matchups do not work against Angels. Now I come to think about it. Oh, golly. We're like a turn too slow, right? I think so. Because we go tap. If this was an untap land, I think we'd have been fine. If we go tap land, go. Yeah, sure. You know, we're gonna burn the branch that we have, slam the Possibility Storm, and hope that that maybe saves us versus what our opponent's gonna do. And it probably won't. But I think we're dead in 2 turns to Angels, which means we weren't going to get there anyway. So we need to play a tap land this turn, play the Possibility Storm next turn, and then pass the branch after that. 2 more turns from our side. So in. Valkyrie is going to turn into spin the wheel. 1, 2, 3. Guider. See, like the thing is that realistically the things are getting aren't that good. You probably want different threats in your deck or in your sideboard to sideboard into versus Angels. Because we're not quite getting there here. Let's turn this fine. No! Okay, this is why you don't want to play Memory Deluge. Because once you have the possibility of someone play, it doesn't do anything. The 7 mana version still works. Alright, I'm gonna concede this. We're gonna play one more game. Alright. Alright, this will be the last one on the set. I'm actually gonna mulligan this, I think. I'm playing versus white. We keep this. We might be in for a rough time. I'm gonna put one of the possibility stones on the bottom, just because I don't want the cards. I'm gonna end up playing the spike here, as it doesn't land. Downside to playing as Yori's commander is that someone is like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna need this spike of hazard. Let's get that out of the hand straight away. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We might be able to coerce them into some forced movement, trying to resolve this. Because once we resolve this, there's like a reasonable chance that we kind of get to do our thing. But I would like to find a branch beforehand. Okay, looks more to be enigmatic incarnation anyway, but hey, I feel confident in this move. Enigmatic, they definitely have more answers for Possibility Storm. For sure. I think it would be rude not to take the branch. Okay. We'll play it stat. Yeah, they definitely have more answers. You still kind of need to stop them getting going. Or not. Okay. They also have some big things that they can kind of like maybe hit, but I think we're kind of alright. I say that, we need to draw a land here. Do we play out of the branch? I think we do, just because we've got the memory deluge to fall back on. It's kind of wonky, but here we are. I'm going to try and use the memory deluge to find a land in the branch. Yeah, that works out. Nothing yet from their side, not even a Fable. Just kind of woods. Maybe they wanted to hold up for some shenanigans. Like if we did like, oh, boo. I should have also thought about that a bit more. I've not actually seen on ladder for a few days, which is why, but the Quintorius combo Discover deck, for sure, is a distinct possibility as well. Possibility Storm only does it from hand. So we're on the same page. Oh. Oh! Well, now I don't know what to think. Oh, I really want to resolve. I'll take the bait. I really want to cast Memory Deluge here. Deal. Do they have a fifth land? They do have a fifth land. That's a bit awkward, but go ahead and Memory Deluge. We don't find. We want this. To be fair, the Memory Deluge, the main disappear doesn't do very much once they've got these in play. Now we see a bunch of lands and we're like, oh yeah, this looks silly, but okay, here we are. We're gonna play the Chaos game again. Should have slammed this and stuff's gonna happen. Oh, unless they have a Besagi. Oh no. They wouldn't. Would they? Surely not. Okay, going forward, I think that you don't want to play Memory Deluge. I think this does, in spite of the fact like the 7 mana of Erison is obviously really, really good from your graveyard. You probably want to play something like Behold the Multiverse instead. Or you can go a bit cheaper and play. No, I think Behold is good. You really need the Scry too. If you had more cantrips, you can maybe play like Dig Through Time. But yeah. They are maybe they just have Quintorius. Oh, they're gonna add Yorion. Cast it, right? What are the oh, they're gonna have if they're gonna have Tyrant. Is that the deal? Okay, Leyline Binding. Do they have any other enchantments? They have adding. Oh, ooh. Okay, Enigmatic's pretty good here. You can pot away a fires for something. They have a 6-drop that pops Possibility Storm. They probably have a good 6 regardless. That's not very nice. gonna say go. There's a few different things that can happen. But Enigmatic kind of solves the possibility storm problem in a lot of ways. Unfortunately. Alright. I can cycle. So yeah, because of the fires, they don't need to spend the mana to cast their spells. But they can only cast 2 spells at a turn. I want to hop already, but I want to see what this turns into. Massacre Girl. I kind of want to cash our spells in, actually. As is not great. Alright, what's the main disappear going to turn into? An actual make disappear. Alright, well, this has been a little... I wouldn't even say unfortunate. I guess the actual answer is that it's not that unlikely. Yeah, if we hit enough damage there, we could get the Alishton off the battlefield, which would have been nice. Especially with the Masquerader ability triggering twice. It seemed like a good time to try and do it. Okay. They're kind of at the point where they may as well Incarnation away the other fires, grab something cool, double triggers off. I think we're pretty done here. Yeah, not hitting the land drops was really tough. I think. If we didn't have to use that branch, we'd have been in really solid shape. I wish it worked like if I discarded this, it'd go do the same, but it does not. This actually does work. We're not totally out of it. It would be better if we didn't have these in hand, though, for sure. For sure. Got 12 damage right now. Yeah, if we have more mana, we can maybe do something, but not quite. Yeah, we take 12, go to 6. Yorion turns into... Okay. Yeah, what does this say? Oh, Fires of Possibility Storm is actually like a combo on them. Funny. Then he lets them cast 2 spells at a time. Alright. They get their Forest and their Plains. We get to Memory Deluge for a Hope and a Prayer. We don't find the land. We do find an Impulse. That doesn't actually help us. Let's point out one of the 4/4s. Then I'm going to kill everything. Put the Emrakul on the bottom. Possibility still not what we need. That's like our last chance, right? Okay, we do hit Impulse. No, we don't hit the... We need to hit the land here. Ah, they're all somewhere. Ooh, boo, humbug. I'm gonna do this to see if it was the next card down. Because I don't like myself. Was it? Of course it was! Alright. Well, I think that is it game-wise. I'll just do a quick wrap-up. Alright, that has been Possibility Storm combo. There's probably a few other different ways you can build the deck. Memory Deluge, as discussed, probably not what you actually want to go with. Should maybe be Behold the Multiverse. That would be my tip there. But the deck is super fun. I'm about 50-50 with it at the minute, like in terms of like wins versus losses. Had some pretty funny ones, like the deck does lead to some really funny moments. And you can substitute these for anything. Like initially I was like, oh, you can play out Unamog and just like exile 2 permanents each time, which would be good if you were doing it early, but like Possibility Storm realistic, you're looking at like turn 5, turn 6. You can also look at building like Torrential Gearhulk and like some other like shenanigans and stuff to try and mess around with. But there are lots of options here, and there are different ways you can build a deck too. You can even play this alongside like Transmogrify and some of the other effects like that if you wanted to. Anyway, deck's super fun. So if you think you'll have fun with it, then maybe you want to craft the Possibility Storms. They are sweet. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share the video around. I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace out.